thank you, Kathy, and thank you all for being here today on this very important conference. I'd like to just try a little geography with everybody. Paducah, Kentucky. Littleton, Colorado. Conyers, Georgia. Red Lake, Minnesota. Reno, Nevada. Tacoma, Washington. Now, most of these are names that you may remember, especially Columbine and Littleton. We could not imagine that these kind of horrific events could ever have occurred in our public schools. And we certainly could never believe that they could happen here until the Success Tech Academy in Cleveland, 2007. Chardon High School, 2012. The images from these days remain seared in our minds and our hearts. And when a senseless act occurs against these schools and communities, we all share senses of loss, outrage, and sadness. And over this weekend, we were reminded just how precious life is, and how in an instant tragedy can strike, not only in schools, but now in theaters. It was hard to turn off the news over the weekend because the theater shooting could have occurred anywhere. And for whatever reason, these senseless acts affected not only the lives of those who were taken, but the lives of those who carry the memory of their loss with them now every day. According to statistics from the federal government, between 1992 and 2006, 116 students were killed in 109 separate school shooting incidents, an average of 16.5 student homicides each year. Most of the events occurred during the transition times around the start of the school day, during the lunch period, or at the end of the school day. Now, when our students enter our schools, for the parents, their safety is the #1 priority of our institutions. And on a daily basis, we're ensuring that conditions occur for positive school atmospheres. But we have to do more. We need to do more for our students, more for our staff, more for our families and communities. The tragedies in Chardon and Cleveland have taught us that we are stronger and we are better when we work together. Whether it's with our school personnel, our fire, our police officers, or our other first responders. And that's why we're here at the summit today. So this summit can focus on prevention and mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. And we greatly appreciate the many agencies who have joined us, the national and state presenters who are a part of this program today. They represent us in the areas of education, mental health, alcohol and drug addiction, family and community, law, and public safety. So today is your chance to really connect, to engage, and to take the steps that are necessary to bring a united voice back to your districts and to your communities and create conditions for safe and supportive learning. I want to extend my gratitude to all of those who were involved in the planning of today's sessions, our speakers, and of course, all of you who are here today. For each of us holds a heavy obligation to our students and our families to offer a safe environment in which all children can thrive and learn. We hold this obligation, yet we have also discovered the power of unifying people to overcome the obstacles. This year we saw the unthinkable happen much too close to home in Chardon. We saw, and we continue to see, however, how this community has pulled together in the face of tragedy, how it could feel, how it could deal, and how it can heal. And as their healing continues, we're pleased to announce that Chardon Superintendent Joe Bergant will be joining us later today, and we do have representatives already from the Chardon schools with us in the audience, and we're delighted that they could join us. But enough of me. I have the privilege of introducing our next speaker. He was one of the very first to join in the community after the Chardon shootings. And this summit is actually the result of his ideas about what he saw and how he was moved to see how a community could rise and strengthen as a result of the tragedy that occurred. And the connections that he was able to make with law enforcement and with first responders, and the power that they brought to him when they met with him at his cabin. So, with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and my honor to introduce to you the governor of the state of